Hello class, this is a video tutorial on the introduction to integration. So integral calculus is the second branch or second half of calculus, and it has its own notation, terminology, and rules and formula, as well as lots and lots of applications. Below contrast the key notation and terminology. So in differential calculus, if you're given a function y equals f of x, we differentiate it using this notation of the derivative operation. So dy on dx, we get f prime of x, which is known as the derivative. So emphasizing this, the process is called differentiation, to differentiate a function. And what we are finding is the derivative. So doing it here, if we were to apply the notation here, we would do d on dx on both sides like this, which would give us dy on dx, or we simplify that as simply y prime, and then we apply this derivative function to this derivative operation to this function. Each of these have their own rules, so this will give us 2x using the power rule. This one would give us the derivative of e to the x is itself times the derivative of its power. So, because we are taking the derivative of -2 and multiplying it with that negative, we get this expression, and the derivative of constants give us 0. Now with integral calculus, once again, very specific notation here. Given a function, we can integrate the function, that is the verb. The notation for the function is this S looking symbol, dx. So this is saying integrate this function, which will be placed on the inside, with x being your variable that you're integrating. This finds for us, this is now called the integral, or the primitive, or the antiderivative. So being very specific here, to integrate a function is the verb, and what we are finding is the integral, the primitive, or the antiderivative. Here's an example of this in action. So this means we're going to integrate. So the integration looks like this. And if you pay close attention, this is actually the derivative we found. So naturally, because integration and differentiation are exact opposites of each other, this should give us the exact function that we started with, which is exactly what we have, x squared minus e to the 2x. But notice there is this plus c here. This represents some unknown constant, because even though in this example I differentiated plus 1, this could have been, for example, plus 1,000,000 for all we have known. But this derivative could have come from where c was 1. It could have come from where c was 1,000,000. But we don't know that if we just have this function to integrate. Hence why we always have this plus c if we are working with an indefinite integral. More on that later. So when we do basic integrations, there will always be this plus c at the end. Now, as for its different applications, differential calculus, we found gradients of tangents, rates of change, concavity, and the maxima or minima. Now, with integral calculus, we are concerned mostly with the area between curves and the axes, and the sum of rates. Now, as you saw previously, the derivative and integral operation are inverses or exact opposites to one another. So if we have a derivative like this, and then we immediately integrate it, those would cancel each other out, leaving us with the original function. And this should really have a plus c at the end, but I omitted it here because we know we started with, well, x. All right. Now, lastly, if at least the basic derivatives of all the functions are understood, well, all of the basic integrals are simply the reverse of that. So take a close look. If you remember the power rule, we bring the power down, minus by 1. For the integral is we increase the power by 1, then we divide by the new power. Now, I'm not going to go in depth with all of these. We're going to learn all of these as we encounter each function. But just know that if you're familiar with the absolute basics of differentiation, with no chain rules or no product rules, you already know all of the basic integrations with just a plus c at the end of each of them. All right, so I hope that's given you a good introduction to the notation and the terminology of integration. Hope to see you in the next video, and best of luck.